Marlene Snowdon. Marlene, I think it was right at the beginning of the year. I said, please, can we do an interview? And I'm so happy that we're finally here. I really wanted to pick your brain and get it recorded. A little bit of a background on Marlene, everyone. What I know, and the reason, Marlene, I've been bugging you about the interview is that you are kind of a rock star in the real estate industry. And talking to people like you is really what gives me butterflies. And I think you have a lot of value to share with the world. You've been a successful real estate agent for years, many years. You've been a successful real estate principal business owner for many years in different parts of South Africa, which is, it tells me a lot about the formula you have going has worked for you very well. You've built a very strong team of real estate professionals in South Africa that are doing just as amazing. You've been recognized nationally for many years and globally. And I really wanted to get some input from you, some advice. So let me start off with my first question, which is, tell me a little bit about your background in real estate and why did you get into real estate?
So it's a crazy situation, but I must say it set the foundation for my future. In 1992, when I got into real estate, but prior to getting into real estate, I lived in an area called Windsor, and I had a small budget. I had 130,000 rand to go, and then I looked, nothing was suitable. And then the one day, after about 6 months, I met this most delightful elderly estate agent. And she said to me, you've got to broaden your horizons. Stop looking in your own block. Walk across the road. Across the road was D.F. Malan Drive, or Republic Road in those days. And she says, there's an area called Fairlands. There's a new block coming up. Go and have a look there. Didn't in my wildest dreams think to go look at Fairlands, because as far as I knew, Fairlands had mansions. Went across the road, went and looked, found a little townhouse that I loved. In my budget, bought it. But during the process of looking for something myself, I went to a second show day on the same day, and there was this estate agent who sat at the dining room table and did nothing. The more the people were asking questions, she just dismissed them and said, feel free to walk around, have fun. That was it. She didn't bother to ask, do you like the home? What else can I do for you? And I thought, how's this dichotomy? Here's the one lady that said, think out the box, and another one that just didn't care. I ended up working for the one who told me where to go. I approached and I said, I've seen both sides of the coin today. And I saw people walking around a show day bewildered. I want to be the person to help them. And that set it for me. Wow. I realized two things. No matter what happens in life, everyone needs a place to live, be it to rent or be it to buy. And no matter what happens in the world, it's a fundamental right to shelter, which means as long as people need shelter, I will have money. So that was my basis. I also realized at the time that I needed to educate myself. And till today, I do courses all the time. I educate myself all the time. And my fundamental, which I espouse to my team as well, always look a human being in the eye. They have a story to tell. You never just look at someone and see a facade. Get to know them. What's their story, where they're going, and how can you really help them? Because there's a lot they don't tell you, and there's a lot you need to extrapolate. And only then can you really, really help them. So that was me, my background into real estate. Through it, I've seen both recessions as well. So I've seen the good side, the bad side. I hung in there when people were giving up. I motivated the developers, the builders, and the homeowners who were losing everything. The more positive I stayed, the more positive I made them. Some lost, some gained. That is life. So I've seen the worst in real estate and I've seen the best. But if your basics are there and you know this is my future, you stick around and you make it happen.
So you might have already answered it. My next question was going to be, what is your favorite thing about your career in real estate? You know, I understand that a big thing you're passionate about from what you just said is helping people find a home, enjoying the experience, getting to know them, and that's the only way to truly help them. Would you say that's your favorite thing? Is there anything else? Like, what is the thing for you that keeps you passionate?
Yeah, so what really excites me is to see over the years how areas have grown, how communities have grown. People move out, people move in. Gentrification happens, regeneration happens. So if you're seasoned and you really know what's going on in your territory, also take the time to see what's happening in the peripheral. Because things happen in 7-year cycles. It's urban decay, urban crawl. Areas get downgraded, they become cheap. Those people move out, the next lot move in. They clean it up. Hello? You hear me?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay. So for me, it's all about getting to know what's happening in your suburb and the 2 suburbs next to you. We have a prime example in our one area. We have nothing under 2 million, but right on our doorstep is a beautiful older part of Tableview and Milnerton, where we've got amazing value for money. We're just shifting the people a couple of blocks down. They're still close to the beach, but it's because we know what's happening in our areas. And the City of Cape Town's got a thing called an overlay plan, where they took a plan, put it over the area and said, anything that you see under this map, where there's a piece of land, 250 square meters in a remaining earth, build a second dwelling.
Oh, wow.
People don't know that. So you can supplement your income, build a second dwelling. You just need to have the plans approved, no council approval, and off you go. So we offer no council approval. It's under the overlay plan. You just need to submit a plan and say, I have an extra piece of land on my property. I'm building a granny flat. Most families are actually intergenerational, all moving in together after COVID.
Yeah.
Instead of losing their homes, you're finding multi-generational all living together. Friends co-buying. There's a distinct shift in the market at the moment where people are consolidating. It's happening. You know what's happening in the area and cultivate it.
No, of course. So you just shared a very valuable piece of information for your region, which I want to chat about just now. And that's part and parcel of what separates top real estate professionals to others. So I mentioned in the beginning that you and your team have consistently been top performers for many years. And I want to know from your perspective, what do you think the magic source is in that? What is it that you guys are thinking, doing, daily habits, mindset, activities, ongoing learning? What is it that keeps you at the top so consistently, when I often hear other real estate practitioners saying, it's just not happening for me. The market is down. There's not enough stock. No one's buying. No one's selling. And then you and your team come along and completely destroy those theories. So from your perspective, what would you say it is about you and your team in terms of how you run your businesses that keep you performing at the top, like consistently?
So Eva, it's something so simple and fundamental. When an agent joins us, the first thing I ask them, how do you see your future? Do you want a future where you're going to have a SASSA card? Or do you want a Fidelity Fund Certificate card as your pension? You can select.
Yeah.
If you want an FFC and you get an FFC, that is your future, that is your pension. You can dictate how much money you want until the day you cannot work anymore. If this is how you elect your life to be, you're going to take this. You're going to choose an area called a farming area, and you're going to start your little savings account. Each and every one of those homes is your future. That's your pension. So it's as simple as that. We just say, here's a farming area. It's like taking a forest and planting a couple of trees. That is money growing on trees. And the more you see the saplings grow into big trees, one day you can sell those trees for a monetary value. This is it. There's no other magic formula other than, where do I see myself? Am I going to be this pensioner, or am I going to be this pensioner? Where I can walk on the beach 3 hours for the day. And then my diary says from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock I do viewings. It's the flexibility. But more specifically, get into your car, drive around, meet the lady watering her garden, meet the guy tinkering in his garage, talk to them. By the way, did you know down the road there's a new school being built, there's a creche being built, there's 10 blocks of flats coming up? How do you think it's going to affect your area? So education is very important for us with our agents. We educate them all the time. And number two is we like to hold their hand, guide them through the process, and walk them down this path. We really are a team. We will sit with them and identify their areas and say, okay, this is your 6-month goal, this is your yearly goal, but we're going to achieve it up to 5 years, because we want our agents to have longevity with us, and we want to collectively walk the path. If one lists a property, we all work on the property jointly.
Wow.
We don't let them sit on it. We say, the minute there's a notification, we say, this is just listed, what have you got? And as a team, we go and we sell each other's properties, because we all need to eat at the end of the day. And we do a lot of personal training with them, motivational. Every Monday morning, we do Monday motivation. And we always give one tidbit of law. This is what has just passed in the courts at the moment. The New Marriages Act, this, that. We keep our agents abreast all the time. And the mindset, I do believe in a duvet day. Trust me. If you're not having a good day, stay home, watch Netflix, don't come to the office, because you're going to inject that voodoo onto us. Come in if you're positive. I do believe in a duvet day.
I love that. Your introduction about how you actually you build a strong team, in terms of the FFC versus the SASSA card, I got complete goosebumps. That is a bit profound. I was going to ask you about mindset, but a duvet day is an amazing way to just cure that voodoo, as you say. What comes through for me there is that the team spirit is really understanding that everyone's a human and they're going to have a good day and a bad day, but ultimately we're all working towards the same end goal, planting the same trees, and deliberately creating our future. And that mindset as a basis for building a team, I can't say I've heard of a better foundation. That is awesome. Okay, I'm learning a lot right now.
We've got a new area. We've got a new area right behind us where they're building 450 homes. Every single day, I go park there and I look at it. I've studied the roads, although there's no homes being built. I've walked the area, I know the street names, I know which sites are going to go where. And then I walk up and down and I say, okay, even 10% of this, how much is that going to give me? Wow, I've got money for the next 5 years.
Wow.
So that's the way I look at it. I look at my fiefdom and I see where I'm going to go in the next 5 years. So I'm excited. because I know I've got money coming in over 5 years. Not 1 month now I've got nothing. It's called budgeting, it's called planning, and it's growing your business incrementally. No problem if you are sold to sold. That's also fine. If you say, I'm happy to sell 2 homes a year, there's a place for you in real estate. No problem with that.
Sure. So that's a very deliberate way of creating the future through real estate. And I think it's quite powerful. It's almost like start with the end in mind. This is where the end result is. This is what I want my life to look like in 5 years. And real estate is the best tool to get there. And when the collective in your team feels and lives like that, I think I'm understanding a lot better the secret key of a very strong, sustainable team. So that being said, Marlene, do you think that anyone can win in real estate, no matter their background or age or education level? Do you think anyone can do this?
Absolutely. We've got rookies, for example. We see the vision in them. We interview them. I need to know if they're morning people first and foremost, because I have found if they're morning people, they come bouncing in and they can't wait to set their tone for the day, and then they're gone. Then they're out in their field. So for me, that's my personal thing. Are you a morning person? Because I am. And I know I'm a positive, happy person. I'm happy the whole day. So I have a happy mindset. If you've got a rookie, you'll partner the rookie up with someone who is seasoned. Hold their hand until such time they're out the starting blocks, which is 6 to 7 to 8 months. We take the time to go with them. My partner and I actually drive the areas with them. We say, by the way, this is what I'd like you to do this week. Look what's happening in your area. There's a magic property 24 that most people don't even know. This is the first thing we train with them, to show you instantly in 2 minutes where all the stock is in your area without you driving up and down the streets. It's a magic tool. But we hold their hands for 6 months because they need it, they knew, they don't know what's happening, they just see houses and nothing else. We train them, educate them, hold their hands and help them close their deals.
Absolutely.
Once you've done your first deal and you see how much money you can make, the bug is bitten. And as long as you stick to the core fundamentals of our office, which is look a human being in the eye and always tell the truth, then you're my people.
I promise if I was in front of you right now, I'd kiss you. That is so, so powerful. Marlene, what advice would you give to a person that is considering a career in real estate or someone that is looking to build a business in real estate? So maybe they've been in the industry and they want to go to the next level. So from an agent and a business owner perspective, what would be the most do this, guy or girl, do this? What would you say that is?
Look, I would suggest if it's a person starting, an agent starting, do yourself a favor. It doesn't matter if it's a big brand or a small brand. Join someone who knows what they're doing. Join someone with the motivation you need. Want their company to succeed, because that's the only way you're going to learn. If you're going to join an agency who's going to leave you sitting in the corner and not help you, you're not going to succeed. You're just going to give up and you're going to walk out. They're not instilling the excitement of what this can actually do. This is such a dynamic industry. Really, it's a dynamic industry, and it's not one that will ever fail. It can only ever grow into 1,000 years. You've just got to decide if you're going to be part of it. If you want to become an agency owner, that's a different dynamic. First of all, make sure you know where you want to invest your money in. How much money have you got to invest? My suggestion is know your area, watch the turnover in your area, how fast does it grow. For your business to sustain itself, if there's 30 agencies in one area, how much market share can you get? Start with 5%. Realistically, start with 5%.
Yes.
Work your way up. But there's enough capital to sustain yourself for at least 6 to 8 months if you go in with 5% market share growth. And my advice, don't immediately go into the big ticket items. They're not moving that quick. Go into where you've got a mix. Your smaller, cheaper properties are what will pay your rent, your overheads, and your salaries. It'll keep your doors open. And the other part of your business is where you see yourself growing. So don't go in guns blazing, burn out and lose everything. And grow organically. But get to know your area first and foremost before you decide this is where I want to invest. And learn. Study. Get to know what you're talking about, especially you can't have an agent, a buyer or a seller sit in front of you and ask you pertinent questions and you can't answer. They're going to lose faith in you and they're going to lose faith in your company. That's it.
I think, you touched on a super important thing about be very choosy as to what kind of team or company you join, because the mentorship and the team environment and the vision of the business is what's going to help you get there or not, especially if you're a rookie, as you said now. I mean, one reality is that it's not an easy career. You're not going to earn money quickly. You mentioned a 6 to 8 month path before an agent starts earning what they deserve, and it's not in 6 weeks or 7 weeks or 2 months. It's a long game, and for that to work, it's definitely, you need to look at the partnership that you're getting into. That is critical. I completely agree. So
yes, otherwise you get demotivated and you think it's not for you. Meantime, you can certainly succeed. You just need some motivation and some guidance. That's all.
Thank you, Marlene. So I really learned, I'm so excited about the next, what we talk about next. I learned a lot from this introduction of you and your business and your office. Do you want to just tell everyone where your business is based? Where can everyone find you?
Yes, we at the Western Seaboard. The reason we actually moved into this area, it's the last remaining area left with a lot of development potential, and our prices are still very, very well priced. Our seafront's changing. Our area is becoming the new Camps Bay. So we got everything from low cost all the way to the Camps Bay prices. It's one of the areas where there is a lot of growth. So yes, we're based in the Blouberg region. We do Centre City, the industrial areas of Pardon Island, which coincidentally is going to become the new CBD. It's going to become the new city of Cape Town. We are so excited for the changes that are happening in our area. Really, we are. It's amazing. And I would suggest, we're already seeing a lot of folks from the southern suburbs and Atlantic Seaboard moving here because of affordability and cheaper rates and the beautiful ocean fronts that we have. So guys, our doors are open. We're based at the Table Bay Mall. Awesome. We always say to people, we make the best cappuccino and we give free legal advice. Property related, please. Feel free at any time just to come and have a chat. No obligations, just come and meet an amazing team. That's it. Simple. It's to help you.
That is the best thing. If I lived in your region, I would take advantage of that all the time. So I'm going to say, I had an amazing, I learned a lot from you right now in our introduction of who you are, what you do and how you do it. You've given a lot of value to the potential of a real estate career, how to do it, and the core values. I think what is most important here is the core values that you guys live by and build your business by. So I'm going to say I'm super grateful for this introduction. In the next episode with you, if I may, we're going to dig into the amount of knowledge you have that can really serve the buyers and sellers that are moving in and out of your region. I think I'm really excited to maybe dig deeper into one or two things you've really discussed now about what the government of your region has decided for the area. And also, I mean, it's February 2021, so there's a lot of market change. in the last 12 months. Things have changed a lot in how we live and how we work. So in the next episode, we're going to chat to you about the market and what we can chat about that adds some tips and tricks to buyers and sellers. So Marlene, thank you so much. I had so much fun with you. I learned a lot. To everyone listening, they are in the description of this audio or video. You'll find all the contact details and links to Marlene's Century 21 business in the Western Seaboard, Western Cape. And Marlene, we're going to chat soon. I'm so grateful. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Have a blessed day.
Appreciate it. Chat soon. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye.